So today, the House and Senate were supposed to certify the election results, and instead of having just a simple debate where people discuss the validity of supposed election rigging and whether the results are accurate, we instead ended up with a circus. Protesters, who apparently are all or mostly are Trump supporters, came to the Capitol in a number that, at the smallest, could be several thousands, and breached security, held up signs, ignored security, and it's been a complete circus. Trump put out a tweet where he basically said he praised the Capitol Hill police, who are the ones that the protesters are ignoring to do their little weird rally thing that they're having going on. Not rally, but their security breach, without actually calling for people to adhere to what the Capitol Police want them to do, which is not breach the Capitol while all of these very important politicians are gathered together. So now what's ended up happening is a couple of windows have been broken. A woman was apparently shot at some point, whether it's by the police or a protester, I don't know. But there was actually a Congress member who, according to CNN, had heard gunshots from their office. And Mike Gallagher, a Republican from Wisconsin, one of the representatives, he actually came out and said that this is the most, I think it was the most violent thing he had seen since being overseas when he was a member of the U.S. military. What I think is really disturbing is that a lot of times when you listen to Republican commentators, they talk about law and order. They talk about liberals as being people who want to break laws or violate the way things are supposed to be done. That's why a lot of times when they have Supreme Court justices, they'll say that the people that are put on the bench who are liberal are trying to be activists. And it's so funny to watch this happen, knowing that these people are supposedly the ones that are on the side of law and order. I'm so for law and order as I ignore the protocol of this state police. I'm so for law and order as I breach security protocols and gather in such large numbers that I pose a health threat, not only because the virus is still going around, but also because we can't guarantee that all of those people don't have firearms with them. And all of this just for a formality. Like, Biden already won the election. The last stand these people had was when the electoral results were verified last month, when the electoral college gathered. And this is just literally a formality, and they're trying to, I guess, scare people into voting the way that they'd like. And you know damn well, if Biden had lost and Democrats were doing this, Fox News, all the Republican commentators on YouTube, they would have a field day. They would talk about those evil insurgent liberals who are butthurt and can't get over losing the election. And then they're doing this. I'm just looking at pictures of it because I really was surprised by it. I thought once we got past just the court cases have been thrown out. The results of the election were called, what, 3 days after it happened? The Electoral College certified the results, and they still won't just accept, hey, we can try again in 4 years. So I just think it's really sad, ridiculous, and dangerous. And it's unfortunate that you have these people who tell you about how they support law and order, except when it comes to when they don't get what they'd like done. Then it's time to act a fool and endanger a bunch of people with either a deadly disease that you could be spreading around, or with a bunch of people who, for all we know, have weapons.